It's almost hard to imagine that more than 20 years have passed since Mean Girls made its iconic debut, cementing itself as a cultural touchstone for an entire generation. At the heart of that film was the clever and calculating Katie Heron, brought to life by a then-rising star, Lindsay Lohan. Now 39 years old, Lohan has taken a path that surprises many. One far from the bright lights of Hollywood and into the peaceful rhythm of life in Dubai. In a recent interview, she opened up about finally finding a sense of calm, and credits this transformation to the drastic shift in her surroundings. She explained that living in Los Angeles often felt like being on a stage 24/7, with constant media scrutiny making it nearly impossible to live a private life. For Lohan, the decision to relocate to Dubai wasn't just a move, it was a much-needed escape. The daily pressure of being followed by paparazzi and having her every move turned into a headline took its toll over the years. Simple pleasures like going to a cafe, shopping, or even walking down the street became stress-filled activities, especially with photographers lurking in every corner. Lohan shared that one of the most appealing aspects of living in the United Arab Emirates is its strict privacy laws. In Dubai, it's illegal to take photos of someone in public without their permission, and this, she said, has created a sense of security she never experienced in Los Angeles. For her, being able to enjoy motherhood without the fear of her son being photographed or followed is one of the greatest reliefs, and it has helped her finally feel normal again, something she hasn't felt since she was a teenager in the spotlight. Her connection to Dubai started in 2014, during a particularly turbulent chapter in her life. At that time, she was trying to pull herself out of a difficult stretch that included legal troubles, time in rehab, and constant tabloid coverage. What began as a temporary retreat soon turned into a long-term stay, and over time, Dubai became her sanctuary. In 2022, she tied the knot with financier Bader Shammas, and a year later, in July 2023, she gave birth to their son, Luai. These milestones further deepened her commitment to her new life, and she has since embraced her role as a wife and mother, away from the flash of paparazzi cameras and the chaos of celebrity culture. What once was a temporary pause from fame has now become a full-fledged chapter of personal peace and transformation. During her interview, she didn't hold back her appreciation for the lifestyle Dubai allows her. She emphasized how relieved she feels knowing that people are required by law to ask before taking photos in public spaces. This isn't just about avoiding awkward encounters, it's about protecting the emotional safety and dignity of her family. In Los Angeles, that kind of boundary rarely exists, and for Lohan, it was exhausting. She explained that she no longer has to plan her days around where she might be photographed or how she might be perceived. That freedom has given her room to grow into a version of herself that she says feels more authentic, grounded, and in control. Her transition from a headline-dominating celebrity to a serene, family-focused woman is as unexpected as it is admirable. Once a staple of red carpets and nightclub scenes, Lohan has left behind the whirlwind of fame that consumed so much of her youth. She's also stepped away from high-profile ventures like Lohan's Beach Club in Mykonos, which kept her linked to a lifestyle she now sees as part of a distant past. Instead, she's pouring her energy into her family and personal growth. This shift didn't happen overnight, but it's clear that she has worked hard to reclaim her life. For Lohan, this is not just about distancing herself from Hollywood. It's about stepping fully into a life where peace, safety, and love define her days. To those who followed her journey from child stardom through turbulent adulthood, seeing her thrive in this new environment is both refreshing and inspiring. Her decision to remove herself from a toxic spotlight wasn't a retreat, it was an act of self-preservation. Lindsay Lohan has redefined what it means to grow up under fame, demonstrating that it's possible to let go of the past and choose a new way forward. She's still the same woman audiences once cheered for on screen, but now she lives life on her own terms, quietly, privately, and full of purpose. In a culture that often refuses to let people grow beyond their early mistakes, Lohan's journey is a gentle but firm reminder that healing, privacy, and reinvention are possible and worth fighting for. Lindsay Lohan's story of transformation resonates far beyond the borders of celebrity gossip. It represents something deeper, how fame can both build and break a person, and how reclaiming control over one's narrative is often a journey of courage. Her move to Dubai wasn't just about escaping the media, it was about rebuilding herself in a space where she could feel safe, respected, and away from the noise. In her younger years, she was the media's favorite subject, often chased down by paparazzi who profited from her worst moments. Living in Dubai has allowed her to step away from that toxic cycle, giving her a chance to breathe, reflect, and prioritize what truly matters. Fans who grew up watching her evolve from the lovable girl in The Parent Trap to the teen queen of Mean Girls are now witnessing a more mature, self-aware Lohan who's no longer defined by her past. Her transformation isn't just personal. It challenges how we view celebrities and mental health. The pressure of being constantly watched, judged, and criticized is a burden few can imagine. By stepping away from Hollywood and creating a life based on peace rather than performance, Lohan has become a symbol of resilience. Her story quietly encourages others, especially young women in the spotlight, to pursue balance over burnout. Her focus on motherhood has also reshaped her identity. Lindsay frequently mentions how important it is to protect her son from the same chaotic exposure she once endured. By living in a country where privacy is respected by law, she ensures he grows up with a sense of normalcy she never had. This new chapter as a mother has given her both purpose and perspective. It's not about abandoning her career but about redefining success, where peace of mind, emotional health, and family take precedence over red carpets and camera flashes. Even with her quieter life, Lohan hasn't completely stepped away from her artistic passions. She has expressed interest in returning to acting under the right circumstances, roles that reflect the woman she has become rather than the one the public used to know. She's no longer chasing fame but choosing projects that feel aligned with her values and experiences. In doing so, she reclaims her power as a creative professional, not a tabloid character. If she returns to the screen, it will be on her own terms, not as a comeback story framed by others but as a continuation of her growth. It's worth noting that Dubai didn't change Lindsay overnight. Her journey to wellness was marked by years of ups and downs, personal trials, and lessons learned the hard way.